Basin Electric is a step closer to signing an agreement to manage the transmission grid to the west of Southwest Power Pool's current footprint. You might remember the Mountain West Transmission Group, which was meant to be an expansion of the regional transmission operator to the western side of the transmission grid, and was a partnership by 8 entities. However, the effort stalled after a couple partners decided not to go forward. Since then, Southwest Power Pool has agreed to provide reliability coordination services for that area starting on December 1st of this year. Senior Vice President of Transmission, Engineering, and Construction, Tom Christensen, explains what Basin Electric, Tri-State G&T, and the Western Area Power Administration are moving toward as a next step.
But once we got that deal done, then we started looking back at how we could start up the market again. And so we got together with WAPA, Tri-State, and started having a series of discussions on what we might want. Strong preference to have SPP provide those services. The energy imbalance market, if all you're doing is a 5-minute real time, and that's all you're doing, you don't have to address a lot of issues. You don't have to address the cost shifts associated with zonal placement. You don't have to have a planning process necessarily within that group that plans regional transmission. And if you don't have to plan the transmission, you don't have to deal with the cost allocation of new transmission. As soon as you go to a day 2 market, you have to have this unit commitment decision made the day prior. And there are some implications of that with respect to risk of getting generation to my load and not having an adverse exposure to congestion. So the way you do that is you need to have a regional tariff. And as soon as you go to a day 2 market, or a full RTO we call it sometimes, you have to have that planning process and you have to have cost allocation. And you have some zonal placement cost shifts as well. So it gets more complicated. Mountain West, when we were doing that, it probably took 3 years just to solve those issues. When we do WICE, just the energy imbalance, we don't have to solve those yet. If we were to proceed to a full day 2 market or a full RTO, then those issues are going to need to get solved.
Christensen says plans are that Basin Electric, Tri-State, and Western all plan to sign up for the Western Energy Imbalance Service by early September. The group encourages other market participants to sign up as well. The more participants involved, it improves the economics for all.